Hello, did I hit that recorder button? Yes, I did. And welcome back to another Spirit Island video. Yes, I got more. What do you come on guys. I mean we've got like 30 something spirits and aspects, all right? I got plenty of different games to show you that I want to get to, all right? Like one of the things I was thinking about doing, and this is probably going to be a headache, is playing every spirit against every adversary to just see, like, for science reasons, to see who gets the most wins out of every adversary. Because as you know, there's a lot of strong spirits in the game, like Keeper, like Hearth Visual, but are they good against everyone? Probably, to be honest with you. Like probably. But today's video, we are bringing Breath of Darkness down your spine. Again, the nice thing about Tabletop Simulator is you can make a video at 10 o'clock at night and you don't got to worry about lighting because it's on your computer screen. Beautiful, really. So, wait until I have a good idea for how I want the AI to make my next thumbnail, so look forward to that. But we are playing against Sweden. We've already got our pieces set up. And let's see what our first explore is. They are exploring into the mountains. And this is absolutely. I don't know how I feel about this yet. This could be really terrible. Because we've got some answers. Alright. So we explore, and then we take the first card in the invader deck, which is the wetlands, and have them throw a town into it. So they have we're doing Sweden level 6, of course. So their level 4 is after adding invaders to the island, accelerate the invader deck. On each board, add one town to the land of the discarded terrain with the fewest invaders. Luckily, we get to choose where we want this to go, but yeah, this ain't looking so good. This initial turn is looking kind of rough. Because I think my options are we can do Emerge from the Dread Knight. So here's the thing. We're definitely going to be at 2 card plays. What are my options here? We want to do that. We could do. If we do this, what happens if we do this? What happens if we do these two? All right. Because this will let me put 2 strife on a explorer. Well, this will let me put 2 strife over here, but that's not enough to get rid of that. This will... If I do this, this will let me emerge over here, and then I can kidnap everything. Okay. So now what do we do? Do we grab a miner? I think we're actually going to grab a miner. And we do have the ability to move. So here's the thing, right? When I play Darkness, I always like to go to the second track, right? The reason I love to do it is because this lets you reposition your any of your presence wherever you need them to be at, right? So if you want, so for all your growth options, right? Release pieces into the map. Being able to reposition where you want your pieces to go is so strong because then you can sort of put them in lands that they don't need to be in. All right. Now here's the thing. I could do Terror of the Hunted. Right. I have a real interesting idea. I could do these two. This would let me set up strife in this land. So when they ravage, they all just die. And then I would be able to do Emerge from the Dread Knight, push these 2 towns somewhere that is not going to be a problem. And I get to deal 1 damage at my location. And I get to push 1 invader. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go. I don't need energy right now. Oh no, I do need energy actually. So I'm actually going to gain 2 energy and we're going to release this guy somewhere. We'll release him into the jungles. It's fine. Because then we can just go and kidnap him again. So we will deal 1 damage and kidnap this guy. And that's the end of our fast phase. So event, nothing happens. They build in the mountains. Do do. And then we explore into the jangles. Alright, that's sort of where I don't need you to be. But that's okay because we've got answers. So, um, so let's do our mountain first. So if beasts are present, one fear and one strife. We're targeting this land, so beasts are not present. So we will strife that town, and then we add one strife for terror level. We are at terror level 1, so we just do that. Next on our list, we will move our Incarna to this land. And we will push these two towns out of here. And we also get one fear. And then we get to push up to Tudahan from two different lands. Alright, sounds good to me. And then we get one fear per invader, and we get to downgrade someone. So get out the board. Alright, and I think that is it. So this should solve all our problems. Next. So on our next trick is we're going to go this part because we want to get to 3 card plays. Getting to 3 card plays is imperative. Um, and it looks like we whiffed hard because this is an amazing card. Like I can play it, but I can't use it for anything. But it has so many of the elements I need, so it could actually solve me a land too. That is something it can do. So I think what we do is we put you over here. We gain 1, and now we have to kidnap a bunch of things over here. So we get to do a bunch of damage here. Ay caramba, what do I do here? Okay, I think we just kidnap everyone. Yeah, having 2 energy is nice. I won't have 2 energy. So, um, we're gonna generate 2 fear. We will abduct these two. So first we abduct the explorer, and then we abduct one invader. I'm actually going to use my growth option to move my Incarnate to this land. Then we'll deal 1 damage here, capturing you. 1 damage here, capturing you. And then we're just going to hope that the beast sorts handles that out. This does let me absorb a presence, so I will do that for giggles. Um, and again, this is something that we can do. I don't want to blight like a madman, but it is something that we can do. So we'll debate on whether we want to use that ability or not. So, beast damage. All right, after the ravage step on each board where no blight, where it added no blight, add 1 town to the land with the highest number of land and no invaders. Fudge you. I worked really hard to clear that up. In each land with beast, 1 damage. Don't mind if I do. And then add 1 Dahan to a land with 2 or more Dahan. Um, I'm actually going to add them over here. Because now my next goal is to sort of get these guys out of here. So, fear card. Each player adds 1 strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Don't mind if I do. And then we will ravage in the mountains. Oh, I need a destroy bag and all right. All right, and then they're gonna build in the jungles. Our jungles are safe. Then they're gonna explore Please Be jungles into the coast. That's not where I want y'all to be. All right, and then, well, there's no escalation, but I gotta clear up this wetlands. Okay. All right, we're not worried about this. So what do we do here? I could do Dire Metamorphosis and Blight over here and just kill everything in there, which I think is what I'm gonna do. So this is gonna Dire Metamorphosis is gonna grant me 1 fear, 1 damage, 1 damage to the Han. Then we pretty much add everything we need to add. So Beast, Badlands, Wild. There's no strife we can add. So, am I missing anything else? Um, did I add the wilds? I'm sorry, I just wilds. I should have four pieces there. I've got four pieces. Oh, I got five, and then one blight. So this will prevent this land from blighting. Well, this will prevent them from exploring into the land, and when they do explore, they're gonna have a disease token there, so we don't have to worry about that. It is the sands though, so that is very sad. Next on our list, we get one fear per invader, so we're gonna get four fear because we did a lot of abducting, and that feels really good. And we can downgrade one invader, so we're gonna turn one of these dudes into a town. Thank you very much. And then we get to add one beast. And I think that is it. Let me do time pass. The only thing that sucks is both my sands are blighted, so this doesn't feel really good to do. I do have an option for this mountain, so I'm not too worried about that. I have a few options for that mountain, so we're not too worried about that. It's this, but we can handle that. So now we will reclaim. So we have to gain a miner. We get to move our Incarna to any land. So I could move my Incarna over here. And then all pieces escape. So let's say, first off, let's say we have all pieces escape over here. Um, into this land. And the reason being is that then I want to move my Incarna here. Deal one damage. No, I should move my Incarna here. I don't know. This is really tough because we're going to play another three cards. Well, actually, let me see what my miner is first. So we will remove, we will, all pieces escape. We're going to let all pieces escape here. This is an explorer. So we're actually going to send this explorer over here. Again, beast damage. Gotta love beast damage. And then we're going to grab a miner. Let's see what we get. Okay. All right. Now we are, it's some entirely different monster here. So we're going to get called ISO. It's literally everything I've ever wanted in a card. All right. So now we're actually going to move our Incarnate over here because we're going to call the ISO this land. So we're going to go gain. We're going, not going to play that. We're going to call the ISO. And we could do Swallowed by the Endless Dark. Do I have another moon? I do not have another moon. So I think what we do is Infinite. And we'll do Terror of the Hunted. We're going to do Terror of the Hunted in this land. So what do I have? Three cards. I get to abduct one. So actually, no. We will move my Incarnate here. We'll do one damage, abduct, push this guy out. No. This is where we do it. Because I need to make sure my Dahan stayed locked up together so they don't turn into towns. Alright. Alright. I think that's the way we're going to do this. So we're going to call the ISO. We're going to push you over here. We're going to deal one damage, abduct you, and move you over here. Oh, this was each lane with beast one damage. Huh. Okay. Well, whatever. We got beast tokens everywhere, so I ain't too worried about it. We can't abduct up to two of our presents, so we're gonna grab one. Because I think next turn we're gonna do it to gain energy equal to card plays. Yeah, let's see where we get to. So, we did our fast stuff. Event time is hell. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I have to add a town to the highest number land with no mountains. Almost forgot that. On each board, add one town to a land with Explorer's Town. So I'm about to put two strife down. So I think we just add it here because we actually do have the disease so they don't build. Add one disease to the sands or mountains with the most towns or cities. So we add that there. And then each spirit with at least two Dahan among all its lands gains one energy. So now we're really not going to do what I thought we were going to do. Fear card. During the next explore, skip the lowest numbered land matching the invader card on each board. Alright. Ravage in the jungles. Bam bam. Nothing there. Build in the coastal lands. Explore into the jungles. Okay, with escalation. So luckily for us, we are safe. And this actually gives us time to handle a whole bunch of nonsense. So, if beasts are present, now it's slow phase stuff. So if beasts are present, one fear, one strife. I do have beasts. My incarnate counts as beast. Bam, one strife. Add one strife per terra level. Bam, one strife. Gain one fear because I have one guy in there. Bait, and then we downgrade him. Great. Um, and yeah, everything is good. So I take it we do that. We do time passes. Um, All right. So now, once I get to three, here's the thing, right? I think going to four air is fine, but what I really like to do is I like to get over here, okay? Because I feel like I get so many options. So we will do our G2 option. We're gonna gain a minor. Mez would be really nice because it's free. Scream disease into the wind is actually amazing. We're gonna get Mez because it's free. Nothing like free cards, right? We do get to two pieces escape, but we only have our presence. So we're going to escape right into here. Excuse me. And then we add a presence at range 3. So we will add a presence, yeah, over here. Hmm. Now, unluckily for us, I could. Here's the thing. So what do I play here? All right, we have a lot of options here. I could play all three of these. If I play all three of these, we're gonna have to reclaim again, but then we go for the moon, and we will have two. Hmm. I sort of don't want to play that. That's a really good card to be playing right now. Um. No, this is what we're gonna play because we need to abduct people, and we need to get to Terror level 2, honestly. So, and here we can always do call the ISO, honestly. We can always do call the ISO. So let's use our ability to abduct. We will abduct 1 and 1. All right, that gets rid of that. Then we will use our bottom track. Remember that move of presence? We're going to use that right now. So we're going to move our presence here. We're going to deal 1 damage, abduct. We're going to deal one and then move. And then we're going to deal 1 damage here, abduct. And then we're going to move right over here. And now if we hopefully we get something good. If we get some beast damage, great news for us. Kills that, and then our jungles are super safe, and then all we gotta really worry about is the sands. I think it's gonna be wetlands though, but we'll see where we go. I also like the idea of using Dire Metamorphosis to handle things, so we're gonna see where we go because we're not blighting, and I feel really good about that. I always feel good when we don't blight. Like if we choose to blight, it's different. All right, where are we on? I'm sorry. We are on stage 1. In each coastal land, push one explorer, one land inland. You can come right over here then, I guess. Each beach generates one fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. So you go there and we generate 2 fear, bringing us to terror level 2. And you also move somewhere. So let's move you over here. Maybe we get some cool beast damage or something. Love to see it. Push 2 to hunt from a land with blight to a land without blight. Guess you go there. Alright. Fear cards. In each land with tokens or adjacent, defend 5. Don't care. No, wait. I'm sorry. I can push you over here. Yeah. And then we take down a town. We'll probably get a town, but that's fine. Next one. Each player removes two explorers or one town from a land with the Han. Hold up. Wait a minute. If I remove this, that's not a build. But we're going to reclaim anyway. If I remove this, this is a cleared land. Let's remove this. All right. Ravage in the coast. Build in the jangles. Explore into the sands. Ooh, see that? Well, that explorer was safe anyway. All right. And then we do our slow stuff. So we have a lot of things. Here's the thing. I could push off my we are really far ahead. All right. I don't think it's fair to we're so far ahead. All right. So this is what I like about bodies. You just get so far if you can get you can if there's a point in the game where you just escape the invaders. And here's the thing, this is one of my favorite things about the nature incarnate spirits. A lot of their innates are so good. Like they are so good. They remove things, they get rid of things, all of them. All right, I feel like these are some of the strongest innates I've seen for spirits. All right, and a lot of them are really good. I don't want to do too much flashing and stuff because that's a terror on the eyes. So I think what we want to do, we could do dire metamorphosis. Here's the thing, we can always kidnap this, so I'm not too worried about that. But this would let me push this Sahan into here. That way, if they do explore, um, actually, yeah, we will. We're actually going to use the Dread Knight, emerge from the Dread Knight win. We're going to get one fear. One invader is not present, but we can push up to two explorers towns to different lands. Is it up to two? Oh, I guess we push you here. We could push you here because it truly doesn't matter. And then we just push this to Han over there. And I think that's the way I want that to go. We already... Did I do my 4 fear? No, we didn't. So we will generate 4 fear. And we will downgrade you into you. Now again, I see a world in which I push. We're not going to use dire metamorphosis. I don't have no point in using that. But there is a world where I push off my reclaim. Mm, um, but I don't think I should. I think this is a good time. We grab some miners. We can do. What do we want to grab here? Confounding Mist is a good choice. Bird's Cry Warning has everything we need. Well, it has a lot of good elements, elemental wise, so that's good. And then I think next turn we did hit the reclaim, so now we need to release all these pieces. So we're gonna release a town here. We're going to release an explorer here, and we're gonna release an explorer. Nope. Where do I put you at? I guess we put you over here, and then we have this town. All right, and I think that's the way that's gonna go. Now we can move our encounter to any land, so I'm planning to abduct. No, I should do this. And the reason I'm gonna... Oh, okay, yes. Yep, yep. So we will gain 2. Next, we will... So here's the thing. Here's the options we got, right? We could call the ISO, push these 2 out, save that land. But I think what we... let's see. I want to use Dread Knight to sort of clear up this land over here. Mm, let's see. What do I need? I need a beast element. Okay. So if I just do that, that's not enough. We need Moon One Beast. So I have Dread Knight to help me take care of this land. And then we have our two abducts. Yep. And then, yep, I think this is fine. So we're going to abduct these two right off the bat. Generate two fear. We can abduct one of our presents, so we will abduct this one. And then we will deal one damage here, grabbing you, moving you, one damage here, grabbing you, moving you, and putting our presence right over there. And again, this is the only real land. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. Cause all I can really do is the Dread Knight. Um, no wait, no wait. We've got options. We got things we can do. Okay, everything's good. Everything's good. So next on our list, event. Still healthy. Was I supposed to do that? Maybe I did that wrong. Whoopsie. I might have. I think I was supposed to do stage 2 and 3 actually, which is push in a single land with the most invaders. Push one explorer town to each adjacent land. I think that's what I was supposed to do. Mm, shoot, I don't remember. All right. During the next normal ravage, each town does +1 damage. Each beast destroys one explorer. Add one beast to a board without one. Neat. All right. Add one Dahan to a jungle or wetland with Dahan. All right. Fear cards. Each player adds one strife in a land with presence. Each spirit gains one energy per sacred site they have in the land with invaders. All right. So I think we just fixed this one. So that land is fixed. Explorer does not affect coastal lands. Lands with disease are not a source of invaders when exploring. Sounds good to me. So, ravage in the jungles. Don't mind if you do. Build in the sands. Don't mind if you do. Explore into the wetlands. Doesn't affect coastal, so we come right over here. And then we do our thing. So we're going to use our slow effect to add our presence to this land. And we're going to push these two right on out. We're actually going to do something like this because I want my invaders spaced out. So that way we can start abducting people really well. We do get one fear, and then we get another 4 fear because we have 4 invaders. And then we just, I'm pretty sure we just win. I'm pretty sure we just win. And you're probably like, what do you mean? You're about to see. So I don't even have to, I don't really have to do anything. Could gain a minor. We're gonna use this to gain 3 energy. And we're gonna let one piece escapes. I'm gonna put this over here. We're gonna let a piece escape into here. And then we're gonna play Bird's Cry Warning. We could do Dire Metamorphosis. We could do Call to ISO. Yeah. Mm, mm. And then we can move our Incarna here. Is that gonna be enough? What do I need? I need one more moon. So then we don't play that. We instead play this. Um, we're going to use Bird's Cry Warning to push up to 2 Dahan into this land. And then we will start the abduction. So you get snatched. Then we move. You get snatched. And then we move. I want you to understand how beautiful this is right now. Like, they couldn't explore back here if they even wanted to. All right. Invader phase, still healthy island. Um, mm, one fear per player on each board. Add one beast to land with town cities. Do I have enough moon? We'll pay one energy to just add a beast to a land with town cities. So we will add it here. Can I? Yep. So I could add a beast token there. That's cool. On half the boards, rounding up with add one disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders. Do two damage to Dahan there. Ugh. That's okay. We lose one Dahan. All right. It is what it is. Each spirit with at least two Dahan among all its land gains one energy. Did I give myself my one fear? I'm sorry. I did not. Alright, fear card. Defend 6 in all coastal lands. Skip all build actions that would add a city. Ravage in the Sand. Oh yeah, we won. Huh, that was it. See that? And you listen, I've really been loving Breath of Darkness. Like, it's so much fun. And yeah, there is a chance I could have probably gone to like reclaim one. Well, there isn't a chance. I could have gone to reclaim one, but I feel much better going this way. Because here's the thing, like with some invaders, you just need a major to handle them. Luckily for us, three card plays and a good innate, along with your Incarna being a beast, you can make a lot of things work. Again, I do feel I might have messed up local diaspora. I think that's the one we should have did, because then um we would have pushed our towns to the jungles and then used the Dread Knight Wind to do something else. So the game might have changed a little bit, but not too much. We would have still been abducting everyone around us, so that was fine. But just to show, like they would have built in the wetlands, and then it would have explored into the sands and mountains. So we would have gotten explore here and explore here. They can't explore here because the mountains is gone, and then we would explore there, and then it's just us doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? So again, everything was fine. We would have generated another four fear, added another beast token. Um, yeah, I mean like we're good because now all our fear cards are at level 3 and stuff. So I don't know what to tell you. I really love bodies. He does a great job doing what he does, kidnapping people, trapping them in the endless dark, and then tying them to a radiator and graping them. Because I'm pretty sure he's wearing a grape suit right now. And if you have never seen The Whitest Kids You Know, you will not get this reference at all. But that is going to be the end of this video. Yup, I hope you're all entertained and all that good stuff. And I will catch you all in the next one. Later.